The number one rule I came across was do not embarrass the bride. At least not during the speech anyway. So if you want the really juicy stuff, I'll be at the bar in half an hour and it'll cost you a large wine. As I'm sure you can all agree, Madison is the epitome of grace and beauty today, and it is an honour to be by her side, both today and in the months leading up to today. Maddie, you have truly put your heart and soul into planning this incredible celebration of yours and Harris's love. I'm pretty sure the Celtic Manor staff are still recovering from the 24-page PDF with a minute-by-minute breakdown of the day, but it's paid off because today is absolutely magical and I hope you both enjoy every second. Me and Maddie first met in year 7 at the age of 11 when she waltzed into morning tutor with Princess Maddie's sass that she had at that age, although who am I kidding that she still has to this day. Maddie joined the term late, having come from a different school, was brought into tutor midway through the morning. Our form tutor, Mrs. Watkins, took an instant dislike to Maddie, shouting at her to wipe her smirk off her face and yelling at her to leave the class immediately. I thought it was absolutely hysterical and couldn't wait to make friends with the sassy new girl. Since then, throughout our 20 years of friendship, I've had the pleasure of being by Maddie's side through a few downs, many more ups, but today the highest of highs. Throughout our teenage years, I spent many a weekend at Zoe and Roger's house, much to Roger's disapproval. Quickly getting away with myself, walking up to their house to eat all of their food, and asking Zoe to tend to her hangovers whilst giving her a full rundown of our drunken antics the night before. I feel very lucky not only to have Maddie in my life, but her wonderful family too. In our late teens, when uni took us to completely different ends of the country, me to Swansea and Maddie to London, we stayed as close as ever. There were visits to one another's uni houses, shopping trips, late night kebabs, and hungover McDonald's deliveries the next morning. Together, me and Mads have travelled far and wide and shared some incredible experiences, including a girls' trip to Amsterdam where we tried out the local delicacy, hash brownies. After sitting around waiting for the effects to hit for around half an hour, we moaned they were rubbish and a waste of money and decided to head back to the hotel, where they promptly did kick in. Cue with 2 hours of hysterical wheezing, cannot breathe laughing, and the rest of the trip, whilst we were less high, was just as much fun, exploring museums, food markets and bars. We visited many other places together too, including Lanzarote, Tenerife, Spain, and more recently Portugal for Maddie's hen. And whilst I'd love to share more details about the trip, you'll have to meet me at the bar for wine number 2, or in the toilets if any of the girls can make it this time. Harris, when I interviewed you for Mr. and Mrs. for the Hen Do recently, which despite being a total fail because I forgot to record the sound, it was clear how much Maddie means to you. When asked to describe her in 3 words, you said kind, generous, loyal, and a boss-ass bitch. Which was 6 words, not 3, but I agree they couldn't sum her up more. Harris, you also shared the details about your first, or one of your first dates with Madison, at a festival where she got so blind drunk you had to carry her home. She called me the next day in full panic mode, no memory of what had happened, and absolutely convinced she'd never hear from you again. Little did I know that just a few years later, I'd be sleeping in your spare room after every night out, with Harris bringing us hangover coffee and croissants in the morning. Harris, you told me how proud you were to be marrying her, how much you respect the way she works, how she looks after everyone around her, and how you can't wait to build a life and family together. I can't wait for all of that for you both too. I'll be right there, cheering you both on and supporting you through life's ups and downs. Maddie, you accomplish everything you set your mind to, whether it's work, friendship, or creating the most perfectly executed wedding spreadsheet I've ever seen. You are the most loyal, generous, thoughtful, selfless person I know, and I'm so lucky to have had you for a best friend for all these years. It's been my greatest joy watching you find your happy ever after that. Nobody deserves it more than you. And for Harris's family, I hope I say this right. Nazdravimo novom gospodino I gospodinu Senseje. And for everybody else, let's raise a glass to you, Mr. and Mrs. Senseje.